Okay, quickly moving on to Ubisoft.
Yep.
Yes.
There wasn't as much here for me as the Microsoft show, even though I'm definitely getting that new Microsoft, that new Series S.
Mm-hmm.
It started with a bang for me though. Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
I love Prince of Persia games. Played them as a kid. This one looked really good. Side scroller situation comes out January 18th. Anybody else on Prince of Persia? Maybe we talked about this last week a little bit because did that show at Summer Game Fest as well?
Yeah, I don't think I realized it was a side scroller, so I'm probably out on this one.
Yeah, I was like, this has Gabe. This has Gabe written all over it, and so you go, brother. You have at it. That sounds awesome. Was anybody? They actually started with Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, and I was just like, meh, okay, cool,
Dude.
Yeah,
I was so like, I could not be less interested in
Exactly.
Avatar, and as I watched, I was like, wait, I think this is like Na'vi Far Cry. I might be down for this. So
Maybe.
I kind of turned around with that.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a Far Cry setup. And again, I was like, and good on you though, Ubisoft, just visually would not have guessed it's a Ubisoft game. It looks really good.
Yeah, I went back and forth. First off, let's just back up real quick. Ubisoft always making it old school. Like their showcase just gave me like nostalgia vibes to just watching when they were in a big theater at E3. Like they always start with Just Dance and they have dancers and it's a little weird and what have you. And their whole setup was really funny because they had people come out and it was developers probably that don't do very well with public speaking.
Man,
but
it was
awkward. But it made me one, nostalgia, and two, I'm like, I kind of like where our showcases are now, where it's just boom, 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 let's go. It's digital. It's like you don't have all of this. But I love that they kind of kept it old school, which was nice.
Me and Chris went back and forth on this. He was like, this is why you don't do a live audience.
Right.
And I'm like, no. It's not. This is why it's whoever put together the show had a bad idea, because we see Jeff Keighley do it every year with Summer Game Fest, then rolling into Gamescom, opening night live, rolling into the Game Awards.
You can't let
it can be done,
but you can't let developers that are not used to being out on stage talk about their game. Let it be a produced clip or video or something very similar to what Starfield did. But like if somebody wants to come out and announce something, that's great. But don't let developers who don't normally speak because it was a hot, sweaty mess.
Last week when we
tough.
recorded the show, I was not in a good headspace because we had tried to do the react to the PlayStation event and it just fell apart technically. And then I watched Ubisoft and how almost every game clip had no sound. I was like, okay, well, if they can't pull it off, I don't feel so bad now.
That's right. What did you guys? So, Captain Laserhawk.
Dude,
I was
so excited.
You talk about a troll. Oh my gosh,
that was terrible.
We thought it was going to be. It was Blood Dragon
remix.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, baby. I think Tim even like texted the chat. He was like, here we go, and I was like, I know. And then they were like, television show or whatever. We were like, no.
This might be the first anime I watch though, just because it's Blood Dragon.
Yeah,
and I want to see the ridiculousness of it.
Yeah, that's what Tim said too. He goes, and I might still be watching this.
Yeah,
I was
I'll still give it a watch just because I loved Blood Dragon so much. It was great.
Yeah, that's so funny. So I mentioned this didn't. So I'm just talking about things that let me down.
No.
The next thing for me was Tom Clancy's The Division. I was Resurgence. I was watching it hoping that there was another Division. I was actually hoping it for Ed because I know how much Ed loves The Division. And so when it opened with that cinematic, I was like, there we go. Tom Clancy's The Division Resurgence. I was like, yes, Ed, yes. And why did we just say it's important to see gameplay? Because we don't know what a game is off just the cinematics. And that thing is a mobile game.
I forgot they were doing that mobile. And I saw it and I was like, because in my head, I'm like, phone cinematics don't look like this. I didn't even think it was I totally forgot it was a mobile game. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I will not be playing this.
Nope.
Yes. I was so bummed for you, Ed, because I was like, doggone it. I was like, this is exactly what Ed doesn't want is a mobile game out of a Tom Clancy thing. Ed, what else stuck out to you at Ubisoft?
All the Assassin's Creed stuff.
Yes.
All of it. I'm on board,
ready.
and it's funny because they showed gameplay of Assassin's Creed, and I'm like, you don't even need to show me this. It looks like Assassin's Creed.
That's
I
right.
know what all of this is.
That's right.
You could save me 20 minutes here. Just say there's an Assassin's Creed game. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna play the mess out of it. I'm gonna go to all the things on the map.
That's right.
And
that's right. Yeah, I'm right there with
and
you.
And they showed a bunch of stuff, right? Nexus.
The
they
Nexus
showed
VR.
Mirage. They showed Jade.
I love the time
something about
period for this one
customizing.
too. I really feel like it's kind of a throwback to the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Like it felt very Italy and very Ezio style, but we have Basim, and this is going to be great. This is the Assassin's Creed of old, and I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be fantastic. I hope so.
Gabe, that Jet Set Radio get you?
Of course, they did like a montage of games, like a sizzle reel, and they threw Jet Set Radio in there. I was like, oh, holy crap, here we go. I was really surprised it didn't get its own like 5 minutes of like, hey, Jet Set Radio is coming. But yeah, I was totally in for that. And they've been doing a lot of stuff on Twitter, so it's not like it was a surprise. We knew it was coming. But still, it was good to see it. And I was like, all right, here we go, baby, back in the day. And it's just funny because the Dreamcast for some reason is trending today on Twitter.
Oh, awesome.
And it kind of sent me down memory lane, and Jet Set Radio is definitely one of them. I'm going to mention this because Chris isn't here, and Chris texted me on the side earlier this week. Or he texted us while we were watching the Ubisoft thing and said X Defiant, first-person shooter. He was like, oh, I'll definitely be checking that out. So June 21st through 23rd on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. That's the time that they're holding an open session for it. So
did you play the closed beta?
No.
Okay.
I did not. Okay. Did you?
Yes.
What did you think?
I'm just not good at like tactical PvP, like Call of Duty type things. I loved the approach of it. How you're someone from Watch Dogs, or you're someone from Rainbow Six, or you're someone. So depending on who you choose, you have different perks.
Right.
I love that idea. I'm just not good at that kind of game.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And
Skull and Bones.
That was nice of them to pretend like that's still coming out. Huh?
That's right. Can they just scrap that and make a Black Flag 2 and call it a day? Could they just do that, please? Like, it's great having the artists out and shiver me timbers and whatever. That's great, but we got nothing. We still got nothing. And what I saw, I was like, no. I mean,
it got a closed beta announcement from August 25th to August 28th.
Yeah.
So
did you
if
guys
you
sign
get
up for
into
it?
the beta, no, I did not.
No.
No, I'm not playing that.
Tim, did you sign up for the closed beta?
no.
Oh.
Not even close, man.
Why?
I'm guessing, Ed, you signed up for it?
Yeah, why not?
No, okay, good. Let us know if you get into it. We'd love to hear how it is, if it ever comes out.
Oh. I just scrap it and go with Black Flag 2, and let's just do that. Can we do that?
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got on Ubisoft.
Yeah,
Yep.
Me too.
Oh my gosh. But it was an exciting time, I feel like, with those. I didn't get to watch Capcom. Did you watch Capcom, Ed?
I did not, no.
Okay. And then, the only other one I watched was the Microsoft Extended. And I don't know who. There was also the Day of the Devs, which was right after Summer Game Fest. I didn't get to watch that one. So there's probably some stuff in there. But really excited, man. I'm really excited about this year. Somebody put it on Twitter, and I will be definitely I'm copying what they said. But they said all of a sudden 2023 is a banger when it comes to video games.
Yeah.
And it definitely feels like that. Like all of a sudden we got a bunch of games that are coming that look like they're going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm super excited about that. I did want to touch on this one thing just because I thought it was silly. But there's a game called Mr. Run and Jump.
Okay.
That's coming to modern consoles and PC, and also coming to the Atari 2600. And it's going to be the first Atari 2600 cartridge released in over 30 years, Mr. Run and Jump. And I don't know why they're doing that, but that is totally fun. And I've still got an Atari 2600, so I need to... Actually, I'm not going to do this. I'm not even going to be able to figure out how to connect it to any television that I have. But I just love when something like this comes out on old hardware like this.
I think you're going to have to figure out how to connect an HDMI cord to the two-pronged metal thing you had to slip on the screws on the back of your television.
That's right. Yeah, and figure out how to turn my television to channel 3.
Right.
And see if I can't
channel
get
3.
Yeah, exactly. So Mr. Run and Jump, for those that still have an Atari hooked up to anything, that's coming out, and I just love that they're having something coming out 30 years
That's so funny.
Later. Yeah, because I think the last game that released on the Atari was in 1990, which is still way further.
Way too late.
Yeah. Like way later than I would have thought. So, in over 30 years.